Welcome to the Fat Boot Network. This is me and Fat Boot coming live via TU in Tucker in New Jersey.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing today, Fat Boot?
I'm doing. Same old, same old.
Same old, same old.
Yep, how you doing?
I can't complain. So, we're going to start our show by talking about the infamous Route 9 epics.
Woo!
Route 9, daily driving.
Matter of fact, let's cut to that clip, and then we'll talk about it afterward.
Alrighty.
So we're going to go ahead and cut to that clip for you.
Alrighty.
Here's some Route 9 fucking road rage with Bob. Driving down Route 9 at a whopping freaking 5 miles an hour it had to be, goddammit. Going south. Well, gee, a car cuts out in front of the car in front of me, and you think going 15 miles an hour you wouldn't have to hit the fucking brakes. Well, this jackass does. Slows everybody down, everybody bottlenecks up. I think once you're 100, they should take away your fucking driver's license, because other people suck. Meanwhile, on the north side, coming north, I see a fucking one car with a pile of cars behind. I look over, student driver. Yeah, great job. Teaching to drive like douchebags young. Makes fucking sense. People need to get their head out of their ass, off their cell phones, and fucking put their eyes on the road, do the fucking speed limit, and fucking drive. And when you're gonna make a turn on fucking Route 9, and you're in the fucking southbound lane and you need to make a left, don't make a big deal out of it. Fucking just get over far enough towards the yellow where people can get around you. Don't stop everybody, because you want to be a fucking asshole. I could care less where you gotta go. I want to get the fuck home. I work my ass off all day, so if you're lollygagging and fucking around, stay the fuck home. Fuck off.
Oh, okay.
Route 9 is freaking awful.
Well, you don't have to stop it. I can just edit it out.
Oh, we don't have to stop it. You can edit it out. Losers. We have not had one person come out of Pirates that was worth the shit.
That's pretty sad.
It is.
I think the only person we've ever had come out of even this area was fucking Marty Truex.
Oh, good old Martin. Good old Martin. I can kill it in the Bush series, but then I get the real thing and I've won 2 races in 7 years. Jesus Christ, makes a fucking country boy sick. You're my racer too, Mark. That's pretty shitty, dude. And then Ryan Truex, what's he, 100 laps down by the end of the race? God, disappointments.
Shit. You know, it wasn't until he started fucking racing under, what's his face?
Junior?
Yeah, Junior.
Yeah.
That I actually started to like Junior for a little while there. And I was like, no. No, Mark Martin, all the way. That's...
Mark Martin ain't racing.
I know, I haven't watched a race since Mark Martin was racing. Oh my god. You know, I looked up Shady's profile.
Oh, no.
He still has that, like, Jesus-looking picture up. He ain't getting out till 2022.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you rob a bank twice. The same bank.
Well, it wasn't the same bank, was it?
Yes, it was.
Really?
Yes.
I thought the first time was in, like, Egg Harbor or something.
Yeah.
No?
I'm pretty sure it was the PNC and Mount Austin twice.
I thought it was Commerce.
No,
Either way, he fucking robbed the bank twice in, like, a week.
Banks change names like you change underwear every 2 months.
Hey, wait, I don't wear underwear.
You ain't got to sit next to him. Woo. What the hell do you expect next from the Fat Boot Network? Is Buck Crunchy going to come running in through here
Maybe.
naked with a banjo and a beer in his hand?
Oh, God.
Singing Sweet Home, Mystic Islands? Were you expecting that?
Crunchy.
Bud Crunchy. Also known as Butt Pirate, Butt Jockey.
Shit. So I was reading Facebook the other day, right? And I got a notification that somebody commented on a video that I was in, which I wasn't really in the video, but you tagged me in it. And Chrissy Listis was the one who wrote on there something about us being too old for this shit. That never happens. In this thing, we're never too old for any of this shit.
Hell no.
I mean, yeah, what the hell? We break a hip, we get right back out there.
Damn right.
Fuck it. We didn't fucking suffer through the Great War of Mystic for nothing.
I know. Tragic about that Great War of Mystic, too. Boot lost one of his nuts. We replaced it, though, with a ball bearing. He's doing just fine.
Yep. Anyway.
I heard a great song today on the country station.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Getting drunk on a plane.
Oh, God.
Who the fuck writes that crap? I could write that crap. Seriously? I go, getting drunk on a plane. Really? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, my
Can
God.
you come up with anything better? Seriously?
No. The selfie song. The chick from Teen Mom who did a porno and then did another porno, and then in the second porno she claims it was all what happened there, right? Meanwhile...
I was in that porno, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
I have it at my store. When the hell did you get a job as a fluffer?
You don't worry about what I do.
Super fun for the money. Anyway. Anyhow. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. Matter of fact.
The porn was bad?
No. Well, I don't know. I haven't watched it.
The quality of the footage was bad?
I don't know. No, it was probably better in the second one because she claimed it was all just him and her, but there was like camera guys and shit.
Wow.
I mean, it was like a full-blown deal.
Yeah, I was there, but like, you know, they made me leave every once in a while.
And it makes you wonder, like, where was the kid during this? She wasn't on Teen Mom.
Maybe her mom was.
God, how would you even... Ugh. Hey, Ma, can you watch my kid while I go shoot a porn?
I do it all the time.
Wow.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, man. But yeah, so back to the selfie song. It has no words whatsoever. It's this chick, like, ranting and raving, and then she's like, let me take a selfie. And then it goes into, like, some gay, like, dance music and shit. There's no fucking words. I don't see the allure to it.
Let me take a selfie.
Let me take a selfie.
I think B98.5 did, like, a parody of it. So, that was pretty funny. But other than that, it's pretty fucking
There's
stupid.
still a B98.5.
Hell yeah, B98.5 came back. That shit's retro.
I should have stayed in Kentucky.
The Fat Food Network is brought to you by Bob's Balls. Now for the low price of $99.99. Come down and get Bob's Balls. You know you want them. Alright, so we're back on the Fat Food Network. What we're going to do is open up the phone lines and believe we have our first caller in. Ray, where are you calling from? Waretown. Good old Waretown.
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 Underwear town.
Yes. Ray, I'm sorry we couldn't send you out the limo. It was broken down, so we got to do this via phone. So
we're happy to have you here.
I hate the rain anyway, so it's all good.
That's cool. We're happy to have you on the Fat Boot Network.
hell yeah. So Ray,
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
right on. Are you a long-time watcher of the Fat Boot Network?
Yes, I am.
Right on.
Right on.
So what do you want to talk about today, Ray?
I'd like to mention the end of the Undertaker streak and the death of the Ultimate Warrior.
Two disappointing facts, right? Definitely two disappointing facts.
Absolutely. I remember as a kid watching The Ultimate Warrior. I'm not a huge fan of wrestling, but man, Ultimate Warrior has come so far. I mean, what was it, One Warrior Nation and everything? Unbelievable.
It was kind of weird that he predicted his own death.
Exactly. I feel the same way you do about that. It's like he almost went out on camera on Raw and predicted it.
See, I was
I
just...
mean, every heart beats its last beat, every lung takes its last breath, and the Warrior will run, or is it the Warrior streak will run through everybody forever, and the next day he drops dead?
Exactly, my friend.
I just think it was cool that he was able to get inducted into the WWE, fame thing,
Yeah,
the Hall
that.
of Fame for that before it happened.
Not only that, but he mended all the beef and the heat with Hogan and everything.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. And if you actually watched last night, you could see where Vince McMahon almost shed a tear. Vince McMahon almost shed a tear.
Man,
It's crazy, right? Like how you predict your own death. Like it's sick. Like they.
And he looked like he was in great health as well.
Yes, he actually looked pretty healthy, but if you listen, he talked kind of about a heart thing, and I watched something today, it was almost like they said he knew he had a heart condition, but for him to just,
That could explain why, when everybody chanted one more match, he said there wouldn't be another match.
you can't blame the man, probably him going in there shaking the ropes probably about broke it for him,
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I just feel bad for his wife having to witness it happen right next to him.
Oh, that's awful. And his kids, and, he was talking so much about his daughters. And
Oh, without a doubt. And I watched, when they went to do the Hall of Fame induction, I watched it live because I have the WWE Network. And the one thing that the big controversy was when they did the practice runs for all the speeches, Warrior was the only one that never came out and did a practice run. So everybody was scared to death because nobody knew what he was going to say, not even Vince. And they thought it was going to be bashing Hogan, bashing everybody, and it wasn't. He mentioned Hogan twice, and it wasn't even bad stuff. And Hogan was sitting in the front row and even looked down and said something about this section is getting a little squirrely, so I don't know what's going to go on, but it was nothing but respect and admiration towards him. And the one thing that bugs me is, you know who Nancy Grace is from CNN?
yes, I do.
She is actually in a massive crossfire right now with the media and a lot of fans because the day after Warrior died, she made a comment stating that all these wrestlers are dying from steroid use, and she actually had DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, on the line, and he said, no, Warrior hasn't done steroids in years, and he's actually a lot smaller than what he used to be. And she had the audacity to bring in Owen Hart, the whole Owen Hart situation, stating the fact that had to do with steroids as well. So now there's a petition going around to get her off the air.
wow.
That's good. I liked her for 1 minute, and now I can't stand her. But
It's like Bill O'Reilly. You love to hate the person.
yeah,
Yeah,
They're starting to pull this whole Ultimate Warrior death into the media, just like the whole Chris Benoit situation.
yeah, I know. I seen something on that too. I watched a documentary today about steroids, and it's about somebody Adams, and it was about steroids, and it was 3 brothers, and one of them made it to WWE, and he was only a jobber. He knew his job was a jobber, and the other 2, the one brother touched it once, and the other brother touched it, but he became like a nobody. But it was just weird. I never finished watching. I fell asleep.
Well, if you can look on YouTube, there's actually a whole CNN thing they did with steroids and wrestling, and they talk a lot about Chris Benoit, and they actually have Mark Merrow on there talking about drug use and steroid use in the WWE. It's like an hour long, but it's actually really, really good.
But the documentary I watched today is trying to tell me that long-term steroid use never happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, a lot of the controversy with the whole steroids came into the fact of the media and the limelight was when the Hogan-McMahon court case was going down, which conveniently was at the same time Vince McMahon owned the WBBF, the World Bodybuilding Federation, which ended up going down the drain just like any other branch off of the WWE has. That was when it finally hit the limelight, and then a few years later they started doing the whole substance abuse clause where if you get caught doing anything, you're suspended.
Well, did you know in this documentary I watched today, the Iron Sheik was the first person, almost the first person to get caught for steroid use.
See, that I didn't know. And there's a lot of wrestlers that, you don't notice, but there are some that you drastically notice are no longer doing them. Like if you look at Randy Orton, if you look at him back when he was the Legend Killer,
Yeah.
he was a lot bigger, and now he's a lot smaller.
And the worst part is WWF pointed that out, that he did that. You know?
Oh yeah, they threw him right under the bus.
Yeah. And that's why he
But
lost.
it's just like when it's with baseball, you know, Jose Canseco started throwing people under the bus.
This
And those who admitted to it were pretty much let go scot-free, and the ones that are hiding it, you know, are still not getting put in the Hall of Fame. But in the same turn, steroids ain't going to make you hit that ball farther.
Did you watch the same documentary I did?
Probably.
It started to sound like it had Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, it had all of them in it. It was on Netflix. I don't even know how I came across it. I was just scrolling and I was like, alright, I'll watch this. It was like steroids in the USA or something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's steroids is a big issue in sports, but I can understand doing steroids, but if you do things like smoke pot, you know, that's not going to make you perform better. So...
That's true.
I could barely perform as a human being. Shit.
Oh, man. Yeah, the other thing that I wanted to touch base on was the whole Undertaker streak.
Oh.
And that situation, I don't know if you guys caught that match.
Why to Brock Lesnar? I didn't catch the match, but why to Brock Lesnar? I seen...
I did a lot of insight into it. I mean, a lot of insight into it, because if you guys know I'm a huge Undertaker fan.
Mhm.
And there was a lot of beef a couple years ago, if you guys remember, when Undertaker and, whose real name is Mark Calloway, and Brock Lesnar went face-to-face outside the UFC ring.
Really?
For one of Brock's matches. And it was pretty much, you want to do this, let's do this, but Dana White would not allow it to happen because of, you know, the media, and he didn't want his guys going into the wrestling ring or vice versa. But I did a lot of research, and what it was is they were trying to set that up back in, I believe it was 2010, for The Undertaker to lose then, because The Undertaker has control of his own destiny. And it's one of those, you know, when you're done, you know you're done, and he takes the reins of his own streak, and if he feels that he's done wrestling, he's done, you know, done it all, he wants it to end. And the one rule of wrestling is leave it in the ring,
So
as you guys know.
Yeah.
And just like Ric Flair did, his final match, he lost. Randy Savage's final match, he lost. Hulk Hogan's final match, he lost.
And Bret Hart's final match, he lost.
There's been a lot of talks that the one man that has never been a Vince McMahon guy, has never been more under contract with WWE, was Sting.
Yes.
And there's a lot of talks about Sting and The Undertaker in a dream match, and you can't put somebody like that against The Undertaker in a streak match because they're already going to know that you can't give a guy that's never wrestled for Vince McMahon ever the win over The Undertaker, and you can't just turn around and just automatically be like, well, we're going to give him the loss. So
No,
they need to
they're
have
trying
a
to hype
legit
him up.
match. So
They're trying to hype him up, I
reasoning
would-
behind the streak ending, but it was in talks for a long time that Undertaker wanted to give it to Brock Lesnar.
Huh.
We gotta remember.
Because there's guys that they can't necessarily give it to right now. I mean, they could put him up against guys like John Cena for the streak, but, you know, at this point in his career, Cena's not ready. They could do it for guys like Daniel Bryan. But once again, he needs to be a champion for a couple years before they even give him the opportunity to take that streak.
Very interesting. But
But
like,
it came down to Undertaker pretty much said, I'm done with this. My body can't take it no more. And if you watch that match, it was an utterly terrible match.
Now, see, I read the
didn't
next
see
day.
the match.
I didn't see it either, but the next day I read somewhere that they thought it was a mistake that he was supposed to win that match.
That was all hallelujah.
Wow, okay. So, yeah, I just read it off some site on the internet. I just happened to see it, and I was like, oh, crap. I'm like, The Undertaker finally lost? Like, what the shit
Yeah,
is
that was
that?
the other thing. There was a lot of controversy going around saying Brock Lesnar screwed The Undertaker, but that wasn't the case. But there was a lot of jaws on the floor. Mine for one. I never thought I'd see the day that streak would end. I thought he would retire with the streak completely intact.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody told me he wanted to pass it to Lesnar. Like, why Lesnar?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because believe it or not, Lesnar and him are good friends outside the ring. And it was one of those, Lesnar can carry it. Lesnar would be the guy that they could see destroying the streak because of his style, his stature.
Alright.
That's fine.
We're going to bid you a good night.
Alright, brother, man. You guys be safe, and I look forward to the next call-in.
Right on. Thanks for calling in.
No doubt. Thank you for calling in. You're our first special guest, and you're our best special guest.
Awesome, man. Hey, maybe next time it'll be in studio.
It will be.
Right
We
on.
promise you that.
We'll get the Shady Tree Mechanics on the limo.
Alrighty.
Yeah, but see, the bus can always just drop me off right in front of the house.
Right. You have yourself a good night, Ray.
Alright, man. You too.
Go Birds.
Go Jets.
I hope you had fun hanging with us because we had fun hanging